Nike region at 5. From a dumping ground to a dwelling place of God's glory. This is indeed a celebration of God's faithfulness. Every great testimony has a beginning. Every mighty work of God starts with a vision, nurtured by faith, sustained by sacrifice, and established by His grace. Today, we gather with hearts full of gratitude to celebrate 5 remarkable years of God's faithfulness in the history of Deeper Life Bible Church, Nike region. On Saturday, May 1, 2021, a new chapter in the work of God was opened when the Nike region was officially inaugurated by the State Overseer, Pastor Godson Ezenwajiofor. To pioneer this divine assignment, Pastor Ken Ozemenam was appointed as the first region overseer. What many people see today as a thriving center of worship, revival, discipleship, and kingdom advancement had a very humble beginning. The region headquarters was situated in an area that was once known as a refuge dumping site. It was a place where waste was regularly deposited, making the environment unattractive and undesirable. Beyond that, the area was also known for frequent thefts and insecurity. Many considered it an unlikely location for a thriving Christian ministry, but God had a different plan. The God who transforms lives also transforms places. What was once a dumping ground has become a dwelling place of God's glory. What was once associated with fear and insecurity has become a center of hope, prayer, worship, and salvation. From the beginning, Nike region embraced the vision of soul winning, discipleship, holiness, prayer, leadership development, and preparation for the coming of the Lord. Under the leadership of Pastor Ken Ozemenam, the region experienced steady growth. Churches were strengthened, workers were equipped, leaders were developed, and souls were added to the kingdom. One of the notable spiritual programs that has continued from inception to date is the 7 Hours with Jesus, held every first Saturday of the month. Over the years, these powerful prayer gatherings have become channels of revival, restoration, healing, deliverance, breakthroughs, and divine encounters. Another spiritual landmark is the combined worship service held on the first Sunday of each month. This gathering brings together brethren from different churches across the region in one atmosphere of worship, fellowship, and spiritual refreshing. As the years unfolded, God continued to establish His work in the Nike region. Souls were saved, backsliders were restored, workers were raised, families were strengthened, leaders were equipped, and the gospel continued to spread throughout communities within and beyond the region. Today, another glorious chapter is being written under the leadership of our present region overseer, Pastor Boniface Azi. Since assuming leadership, fresh initiatives have been introduced to strengthen the region spiritually, administratively, and socially. One of these impactful initiatives is the Impact Academy, which holds every last Saturday of the month. The program has become a platform for learning, leadership development, capacity building, mentoring, and impartation for members across the region. In addition, provisions are regularly made to cater for participants, fostering love, unity, fellowship, and a sense of belonging among God's people. Another significant development under the present leadership is the weekly Pastor's Night Vigil, held every Wednesday. These vigils have provided opportunities for deeper intersection, spiritual renewal, ministerial strengthening, and seeking God's direction for the advancement of His work. The women's ministry has also witnessed increased coordination and effectiveness through the women leaders and sectional heads planning meeting held every third Sunday of the month under the guidance of the Presence Region Women Coordinator. These meetings continue to strengthen leadership, improve planning, promote collaboration, and enhance the effectiveness of ministry among women throughout the region. As part of the activities marking our 5th anniversary, Nike Region hosted a landmark program on Saturday, May 9, 2026, titled I Am a Diamond. This unforgettable program reminded us that God specializes in transforming ordinary lives into precious vessels of honor. Indeed, the story of Nike Region itself reflects this message. From a refuge dump to a regional headquarters, from a place of insecurity to a sanctuary of peace, from humble beginnings to a flourishing region. This is truly the work of God. As we celebrate this milestone, we pause to appreciate every individual and group whose sacrifices, prayers, commitments, and labor have contributed to the growth and progress of Nike Region. We sincerely appreciate our pioneer region overseer and his indefatigable wife for their foundational leadership and dedication during the formative years of the region. We deeply appreciate our present region overseer, Pastor Azi Boniface, for his visionary leadership, commitment, and passion for advancing God's work. We acknowledge and appreciate all group pastors, moderators, women leaders, sectional heads, youth leaders, young professional firms, and every ministry coordinator for their selfless service. We celebrate the choir departments for leading God's people in heartfelt worship. We appreciate the ushers for their diligence and hospitality. We commend the security departments for their vigilance and dedication. We appreciate the sanitation team for ensuring a clean and a conducive worship environment. We celebrate the ICT departments for their invaluable contributions in supporting the ministry through technology. We acknowledge the efforts of the children's ministry workers, evangelism teams, prayer warriors, follow-up workers, welfare teams, and every worker serving faithfully behind the scenes. We also appreciate every brother, sister, youth, woman, elder, and child whose prayers, giving, participation, and commitment have contributed to the success of this region. This celebration belongs to all of us. As we step into the future, let us remain united in purpose, united in vision, and united in love. Let us continue to support one another. Let us continue to labor together for the kingdom. Let us continue to pursue revival, holiness, evangelism, discipleship, and excellence in ministry. The journey ahead is greater than the journey behind. The future is brighter than the past. The harvest is greater than ever before. May Nike Region continue to shine as a beacon of light, truth, holiness, and revival. From a dumping ground to a dwelling place of God's glory. As we celebrate 5 years of God's faithfulness, we are also reminded that the work is still ongoing. The story of Nike region is not only a story of what God has done, but also a story of what He is yet to do. Over the years, remarkable progress has been made in developing regional headquarters and creating a conducive environment for worship and ministry. However, there is still much work ahead. Several sections of the church building have been completed, and tiling works have been carried out in some areas. Yet, many parts of the building are still awaiting completion and further development. There remain important projects and facilities that need attention to make the worship environment more comfortable, welcoming, and befitting for all worshippers and visitors. As a people united by a common vision, this is a call for renewed commitment and collective responsibility. The growth and development of God's work is not the responsibility of a few individuals alone. It is a responsibility shared by every member of the region. Therefore, as the work of the region progresses, let all hands be on deck. Let us continue to support the work through our prayers. Let us continue to support the work through our service. Let us continue to support the work through our resources. As the Lord lays it upon your hearts, give generously and cheerfully towards the advancement of His work. Every contribution, whether great or small, helps to move the vision forward and leaves a lasting impact on generations to come. Together, we can build a worship center that reflects excellence, inspires reverence, and provides a conducive atmosphere for the worship of our great God. From a vision to a vibrant reality, from strength to strength, from glory to glory. This is Nike region. This is our testimony. This is God's faithfulness. The journey is still unfolding. The vision is still expanding. The work is still progressing. And by God's grace, the best days of Nike region are yet ahead. And to God alone be all the glory. Happy 5th anniversary, Nike region.